So here I am boondocking. Do I like it? The jury of one is still kind of out. So this is going to be my first boondocking experience. I found this place on freecampsites.net. Pretty decent roads. Not rocky anyway. Just want to try to get one where I can drive in a little bit off the road. There's a car camper over there. Some tents over there. Yeah, I want to kind of get nestled back somewhere here. RV. Set my tent up. See, now I'm thinking that my little tent is too small. I think I want to get like a 4-person tent. It'll look like more people are staying at a campsite. So if I do more of this, I'm definitely getting a bigger tent. Here's one here. Let's see where this, you know what? Let's see where this little road goes to. No, it's just going around. See, this is too close to the street. I want a little road that goes back a little bit. This is too, a lot of them are like this. This one's taken here. This is a nice one back there. All right, here we go. I got one. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There's a fire pit here. This is perfect. All right. There is not a campsite in sight. I do have my 2 little chairs out, but as you can see, it's pretty remote. The next campsite is, oh my gosh, quite a ways down there. The road is down there also. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty far back here. It's pretty quiet. It's almost too quiet, but it's just different. Thing I want to mention, if you have to move some stuff around to get to some of your supplies, like all my camping is down there and I had to move a few things around on the front seat, always keep your main driving seat free in case you need to jump in there and get out. You know, in case you feel uncomfortable or something like that. Just whatever you have out of your van, just leave it. You can always buy it again, but for safety reasons, you always want to keep your driver's seat, you know, easily accessible in case of any problems that might arise that you have to leave quickly. Always have your keys with you. I have mine around my neck like this. Do I like it? I like it during the day. I love being able just to have space like this. I can work in my van if there's no bugs around. And so far it's been pretty good in this particular location. You know, I like cooking outside. I like building a fire. That's always kind of fun. I gathered a little bit of wood, but this was already left here. I just threw a couple more sticks on here. There is a place down the road that you can get some firewood. I may take a drive down there and see. So I'm testing out my new stove here. The TV tray's okay, but it's really not enough room. I don't have any counter space really. But anyway, I'm gonna make some spaghetti. Gotta get me a spoon to stir that with. So like I said, during the day it's fine, you know, and it's actually kind of fun. I like camping. But now it's getting to that bewitching hour. You know, it's I don't even know what time it is. I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 o'clock. You know, the sun has gone down. Actually, I just checked and it's 7:30. So, yeah, it's going to be getting dark in another hour, hour and a half probably. It's really pitch black out here. I'm not covering my windows because I want to be able to see and I want to be able to hear everything around me. I don't think this is my thing necessarily. And when I say dark, I mean pitch black dark. My only salvation last night was to look up at the stars. And there was quite a few stars. So that was cool. And I slept really well. But you know, that first night and it's just so incredibly dark. It was a little bit spooky. I really like this little propane stove. I think I really only need a 1 burner. Then I'd have a little counter. I have nowhere to put anything. All I have is this little TV tray. Check this out, instant shower. I figured out I could hook this up to my pump on my water bottle. 5-gallon water bottle. I have it on my refrigerator right now. But I can definitely do it. You know, just so I don't have to bend over. But that is so cool. Finally getting around to marking my map here. Yay! I actually have it on my car. I tried to put it on the hood, but I guess my hood is not metal. It wouldn't stick. It must be plastic. Who would have thought? Anyway, I've been wanting to do this for a while. Now I've got a chance. I just started learning the ukulele, so I'm not really that good, but I thought I would give it a try. And if anything, it'll just embarrass my kids, which is always fun. So I'm going to give it a go. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I walked away and I forgot about the zucchini. I cannot multitask, I tell ya. I do this at home all the time. There's another pan ruined. Ugh. Sometimes I can save the pans, but I don't know if it's worth it. I'll see. Any suggestions, let me know in the comments. I haven't taken any walks here, but I have gone down and checked out there's some dunes and there's a beach So I did do that. I left my tent here and it was fine. And anyway, I don't really care if anybody takes it because I decided to get a bigger tent anyway. It looks too empty with just 2 chairs and a little tiny tent here. I really want to have a bigger tent. It'll look like more people are here, at least 2 to 4 people are here, and that I think will give me a little bit more secure feeling. Okay, it does not get any lazier than this. I couldn't even be bothered to get a pot out. Ah. That worked. Wow. Okay. I started a fire early because I had some dinner. It was a kind of a crazy dinner. I didn't feel like getting another pot out, so I had just put a can of soup on the burner and I had that for dinner. It was actually kind of good though. So I got a little bit lazy as far as the cooking went. But then again, I really wasn't expecting to boondock, and so I didn't have a lot of, I didn't buy meat or things like that. It was just kind of on the spur of the moment whim. I just happened to look on campsites.net and there it was, and I was pretty close. I didn't have to really go out of my way. I thought, well, I'll give it a try. So that's why I ended up here. Now you can actually stay for 14 days once you find a site, and that's kind of cool. I don't know. I guess you could, go down to the dunes and stuff. But after a few days, I think I probably would get kind of bored. I don't know. Although I haven't been bored yet, I've always found things to do. I don't know. I have the campsite now. This is my second night here. We'll see if it turns into 3 or 4, or I just say, you know what, I'm ready to move on. I think it's something you would have to get used to. Now, is it necessarily my style all the time? I'm going to say no. I am a social person. I like going into towns and cities and neighborhoods, and I like seeing a lot of people around me. I don't think I could live this lifestyle alone of just going from one boondocking spot, to another, to this woods or that mountain or, that beach. I mean, it would be interesting to do that, to try different places like that. But just to go out in the mountains or something like that and live day after day after day after day, in the same spot, or even from mountain to mountain, with nothingness, not having, seeing people around, you're just isolated out in the woods somewhere. It's not my style. I'm sure a lot of people love it, and it gives you a lot of time to kind of connect with yourself, and that's wonderful. But I'm more of a people person, and that's okay. Good morning. So since I burned my pan yesterday, by the way, if you have any tips for cleaning it while on the road, that would be great. I thought I would just make some cereal for breakfast. And I don't think I've shown you how I do the milk and stuff. So I have powdered milk, and it's just this carnation dry milk. And I already put some water in here. I don't know, maybe there's 3/4 of a cup. I'm not sure. And you know, I don't measure usually. I just kind of go by look. So I'm going to start with 1, and I can already tell right now that that's going to be a little bit too watery. You know, and that's pretty good actually. 1 big heaping teaspoon should be pretty good. I don't know, you know, I suppose you could read the instructions and you could do the measurements. Oh, it says 1 glass mix a 1/4 cup dry milk to 1 cup water. Well, that obviously was not a 1/4 cup. I guess I could put another one. Let's just do a little bit more. I really don't like it too thick. So just mix it up. I'm sure that there's a theory to mixing things, whether you're supposed to put the dry first or the liquid first. Alright. And then what I do is, a lot of times I'll mix cereal. I have this granola here. I bought this at Costco before I left. And it has everything in it. But a lot of times what I'll do is I'll get like different cereals and I'll mix them all together. Actually, I saw a segment one time on Oprah that she does that. She gets like 3 or 4 cereals and she mixes them all together. I don't know. But then I'll just, you know, pour my cereal in. And I'm sure a lot of people put their cereal in first and then they pour their milk on later. And I could do that if I mix the milk in like a glass or something. But you know what? This is just as easy. And I probably put too much cereal. Yes, I did. So I won't be mixing any other in there today. It's all trial and error with me. Always trial and error. And then I need to get a bigger table. This is just too small. And then I have some fruits, different dried fruits. Sometimes I'll add that. I have apricots and raisins. I like these a lot of times. Coconut, dried coconut. That's really good. I have some nuts in here. They usually have dried cranberries and things like that. I think that's in another bag. Goji berries are good. Any kind of dried fruit like that. And that's it. Bon appetit. Have a great day today. So, a few final thoughts about boondocking. You know, I've had communication with my family while I've been here. So, if I did not have cell service, I would not be staying here. I'll tell you that right now. It's bad enough that it's totally isolated and I'm so not used to that. But to be isolated as far as not being able to, you know, text or call anybody, that would not work for me at all. So back in here, this looks like it might be a little trail. I have shorts on, so I'm not going to walk back there. But if I had pants on, you know, socks, shoes, and I had my legs protected, I may venture back there. Looks like there's another one kind of over in here. Well, maybe not. Well, maybe. I don't know. This is just these little areas that you can probably walk through. Now, I am not that well versed on, you know, what poison ivy looks like and things like that. All I know is Leaves of 3, let them be, I'd have to look pretty carefully to see if it's leaves of 3. I am not a mountain mama. Definitely. I could learn. And if I'm going to be doing more boondocking like this, I'm going to have to learn. Most definitely. No doubt about it. Actually, this isn't even in the mountains. This is the forest. So let's see, what would you say? Um, Forest frontier? I don't know. You can come up with something. Walk down to the road. So one thing that was really good is this road was not rocky like I've seen some roads. This is a beautiful road. Going that way. Going that way. Really, really pretty. It's a nice spot. So I decided to fold my sleeping bag up on the hood of the car here, and guess what? I have been sleeping with it upside down the whole time. I had my feet over here and my head over here because I thought, well, it's really nice and warm under here like this. Oh my God, what a dork. Okay. Now I know. I haven't used this very much, but when I do, it's nice to know that I'm doing it the right way. But this is really comfy. So, and my feet don't even go all the way down here. So I'm going to just continue to do it upside down. Heck with it. I'll be upside down grandma. Oh my gosh, look how filthy my feet are from being in this dirt. So I'm happy that I did this. I got brave and I tried it out. I will do it again. When I don't know, we'll see. But it was an adventure. And I can just check that off my bucket list. That's something that I've tried. Oh, one thing I did want to mention is I did not put my window covers up last night because I felt that I wanted to see all around, and I also cracked my window just a little bit so I could hear better. I wanted to be able to hear any footsteps or maybe even an animal, raccoon or whatever. And I had my stun gun right next to my bed on my dresser, so where I keep my keys, where I know it's easily accessible. One thing that I do want to get though, and I wanted to mention this, is I want to get an alarm to where if somebody touches the car, an alarm goes off if I'm sleeping. Another thing I wanted to talk about real briefly is when next time I do this, I need to dress a little less feminine. I want to get a baseball cap and put my hair up. I think doing that will make it won't seem like I'm like a girl just by herself here. They're not going to be able to tell. If I have a baseball cap on, I don't think they're going to be able to tell. Especially if I maybe wore like maybe a black shirt, or I don't know, maybe I'll get a shirt that has looks like a guy's shirt. Just things like that. One person in my private Facebook group had a great idea. She said that she puts a cowboy hat, I think she said on the passenger side of her car, and looking from behind it, you can't tell that it's not a guy sitting in the seat there. So I thought that was a great tip. Wanted to pass that on to you. Other than maybe, carry your bear spray, and your wasp spray will shoot like, I think, 10 or 15 feet. Those are really good to have. And I already mentioned keeping your passenger seat accessible at all times, keeping the pathway clear so you can jump in there, keeping your keys on you in case you have to leave really quick. Hopefully none of those things will ever happen to you, I hope. And I hope never to have them happen to me either. I felt fairly safe. Like what crazy person really is going to be roaming the woods at night? I'm going to hear a car if they're in a car. I'm going to hear it probably if I'm not asleep. That's one thing. It's just like when you're asleep, it's like, what goes on out here? But I don't know. I guess life is about taking chances too. You can't live in fear all the time. I think getting mugged or something is more prevalent in a city than it's going to be out here in the forest. What are the odds? You don't know. You do your best to protect yourself. You try to be vigilantly aware. And that's all we can do. We have to live our life. Just like you're in a house, you're pretty secure when you're in your car, in a locked car. And of course, unless King Kong happens to be coming by and just flips you over, but not going to happen. All right. That's it for my boondocking experience. I don't know whether I'll stay here another night or not. We'll see. I mean, this is 2 nights in a row, so I have other things that I want to do and places that I want to see too. So I think I'll say goodnight and see you on the road.